I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Yeah, I believe I can fly. Oh, right. So this week's Torah portion, who's ready for some awesome, cool insights into this amazing Torah portion of this week? It is Parshas B'Shalach, which means to send out. This is the famous portion that deals with, I guess one of the main topics anyhow, is the splitting of the Reed Sea. Now it's often translated, Yam Suf in Hebrew is often mistranslated as the Red Sea, but the Yam Suf literally means the Reed Sea. Lots of English mistranslations. So if you really want to get a good grasp on what the Torah has come to teach us and just to study, you got to learn some Hebrew, okay? And it's phonetically perfect, so what you see is what you get, all right? But what's the connection with this song? I believe I can fly, I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. You just have to believe that what you can do is amazing. So we have a very interesting directive in the Torah. I'm going to translate now the word mitzvah or mitzvot, not as commandment or command, but as directives. And in my opinion, there's really no such thing in the Torah as a commandment. It's not, the word sav in Hebrew comes from the word savta, which means to connect. So these directives are ways for us to connect to the essence of it all, to our essence, to spirituality, to the GMO, which I like to refer to as the great mysterious oneness, or to God. Okay, this is the way to godliness. This is how we connect through the mitzvot, through the directives. And now there's an amazing story that happened probably 25 years ago. A lot of people don't know this. Now, since it was 25 years ago, I don't remember the name of the individual who this was, but I had actually gone to Madison Square Garden to see a basketball game. It was Friday afternoon. I couldn't stay for the whole thing because Friday night is the Shabbat. And one of my students who had graduated from Bennett High in good old Buffalo, New York, he went to play for Pittsburgh. Curtis Akins was a great basketball star, a legend in Buffalo. And so I went to see his team play. And they were in, like, I believe it was the quarterfinals, the semifinals of the NCAA basketball tournament. So it was a big game. But the thing that I wanted to discuss with you was what happened in the second game. Make a long story short, here's what happened. The one team is down by 1 point. They get the ball with like 18 seconds to go in the game. And you know what you do at that point is you inbound the ball and then let the clock run out, and then your tallest guy in the team, your center, runs under the hoop. You pass it to him. If he gets fouled, then he goes to the line and shoots 2 free throws. If he makes only one, the game is tied and goes into overtime. If he makes both, you win the game. So, but that's your go-to play. It's like you can't miss play. Either he gets fouled or he's making it, or he might make the shot and get fouled. So now if he makes a 2-pointer, you're up by 1. and he makes the foul shot, and then you're up by 2. The other team might get the ball with 1 second to go, game over. Okay? So that's exactly what happens. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The center is moving under the hoop. The shooting guard, he has the ball, and he fakes the pass to the center, and he puts the ball up like a 25-foot shot. 3, 2, 1, buzzer goes off, ball is in the air, ball is getting closer and closer to the net, drops through, net only, swish, 2 points to the team, they win the game. Fans go crazy, everybody goes crazy. They interview the coach, and they said, "Coach, that is a crazy play to call at the end of a game. How do you let somebody take a 25-foot shot? It's not a high percentage shot." And then the coach said, "Well, you know what? As it so happens, that was not the play that we called. The play we called was to inbound the pass to our center and let him shoot the ball under the hoop, let him go for like the easy layup, and as we discussed before." So he says, "I don't know whether to hug the guy or kill him. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe first I'll give him a hug and then I'll kill him," because he just totally did his own thing. Now they interview the player, and the player said as follows. He said, "You know what? I had the worst nightmare of my life. I dreamt that I got the ball with like 10 seconds to go in the game. I put up the shot. I let the clock run down. I put up the shot. It hits the backboard. It hits the rim. The backboard, the rim, and it bounces out. I missed the shot. And I woke up. It was so real to me. I woke up in a cold sweat. I was shaking. My heart was racing. And I looked around. I was in my bed. And this is what he's telling the news reporters. And you know what I said? I said as follows. I said, "Oh, thank God it was only a dream, only a nightmare. It wasn't real." So the guy's telling the reporters, "So I prayed to God Almighty, and I said as follows. If it comes down to the end of the game, give me that chance. I want to do even better than what I dreamt. I want to do even better than what I dreamt about myself. I'm going to put the shot in, and with your help, dear God, I'm going to make the shot." And that's exactly what happens. So unbelievable. He puts up the shot, goes in, and he makes it. Now, I don't know about you, but let's be honest. If I had that nightmare, and then the coach is putting me out, and he's telling the team to give me the ball so I can shoot the shot, I would tell the coach, "Coach, I twisted my ankle. I have a bad stomach cramp. Do not put me out there. Whatever you do, do not put me out there. For my sake and for the sake of the team. I will miss the shot like I dreamt." But here, this guy did better than what he dreamt about himself. What does that have to do with this week's Torah portion? The Torah portion is that this week commemorates with the crossing of the Red Sea, where we finally escape from Egypt, from the bondage of ancient Egypt. Not Egypt of today. We're talking like way back in biblical times with the pharaohs. So this was where we really were free of them. Up to that point, even though we were let out after the 10 plagues, we weren't free. And the proof is that Pharaoh he wakes up and he says, "Hey, what did I let our slaves go? Let's get them. That was the stupidest thing I've ever done." So he pursues after them. And there's a biblical directive that it says, "Laman tizkor yom tzeischa me'eretz Mitzrayim kol yomei chayecha." You should remember the days of going out of Egypt, all the days of your life. Okay, so we remember it, but it's more than that. It's that we have to. It's not just remember, but it's a living reality. And how do we get out of this idea of going out of Mitzrayim? The Hebrew word for Mitzrayim, Egypt, also, if you just move the vowels around, it's mitzarim, which means your limitations. And that's what this Torah portion is teaching us. We need to go above and beyond our limitations. And most of the time, these limitations are self-imposed. So, we can do even better than we dream, right? I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. All right, spread your wings and fly, mateys. Yeah, let's get out of that self-imposed, that box that we put ourselves into. Everybody have a great Shabbat Shalom and a great weekend, and start flying.